Welcome to the playback. Come on in. Wait for Facebook to get this notified out. Share. Come in, join me. We're gonna make a Halloween shirt. Okay. Just leave it at that. Okay. Last night on my live, I said I was going to be on at 6 and that we were going to talk about the Club Couture. I had decided against the Club Couture because I want to wait till this month's transfer comes in, and then we will actually do the transfer and talk about Club Couture and what it takes to join that, and then different benefits of that. And the fact that my husband has to be in Eugene at 2 o'clock in the morning, so he's already in bed, and that's where I was going to do the live. So at 6 o'clock, it's earlier for me, but I wanted to get this done so I can relax for the rest of the night, and I still have to figure out what kind of lives I want to do for the rest of the month. Get those going. I always want to be prepared. So tonight we're going to make a beautiful, beautiful Halloween shirt. Okay, I got this orange shirt. I've had it for quite a while because I got it when I got this. This is a retired transfer. It is no longer available. I got it last year on the Last Chance, when it was on the Last Chance. It says double, toil and trouble, fire, burn, and cauldron bubble. And then it's got that, and then over here, wrong side, always the wrong side. It's got the little bubbles. We'll see if I have room for the little bubbles after we're done. Never been open. I've been wanting to do it. Like I said, I bought this probably in May. The shirt I did says this, but anyway, so I've been waiting to make this shirt. Since Halloween is this month, is the perfect time. I've made myself a couple Halloween shirts. You've probably seen them. I have the Victorian School one on the purple shirt. I did the skeleton the other day with the peace sign on a black shirt. And then I have on I think it's a purple shirt too, but it's a lighter purple shirt. And it's the, just see where to go. It's the witch one. Okay. It's this one here. It's the Flying Lesson Salem certified broom broom included Salem certified. That's on a shirt. So find my pen. There we go. Put big for the big section, and looks like babbles instead of bubbles, but I know what it says, so. Okay. I don't want to get my Sharpie on my shirt, so shirt's off. I'll just move the shirt for a second. I already have the ink match underneath it, because it can be a challenge sometimes to get it in there, get it centered, get it smoothed out, and you just see me being more of a hot mess than I can be. Okay, I can get my finger on the edge of this. my hands are so dry, there's no moisture, so it doesn't want to pick up on anything. Here we go. Normally I wouldn't pick at my corners, but you know what? Gotta get it done. There we go. And this, you know, is my favorite part. I love this sound. I'm just going to cut our individual bubbles out here. Okay, back to my jar. Put this over here for right now. I know I got a new light that points toward me, so I hope it's not too bright. If it gets too bright, let me know. And we're putting this on fabric, so I'm not going to fuzz it because the fabric will fuzz it naturally for me. I am going to remove the backer from the transfer. Get the backer to bend the right way. Oops, that's it. Did you see that? I pushed that backer back and it made the transfer stick to itself, but it came right off, thank goodness. I would have cried. I've been waiting so long to do this, I would have literally cried. You would have seen me break down on live. I think I want to pull it down just a touch. I don't want it right on top of my neckline there. Straighten this out. There we go. Yeah, we'll pull it down just a bit. I need to cut. It's hard enough when Okay, and I'm just pushing this down, making sure that it's stuck down. And with ink, we're going to do black, obviously. Black and orange, perfect colors, especially if you're Beavers fans. And then, me, already, black ink on me. So, I'm just going to take a wipe. I get these wipes at the Dollar Tree. And wipe the ink off my fingers. Always make sure there's no ink on your fingers. Chalk is one thing because chalk can usually be wiped off, removed. Ink is permanent. It will stain. So if I have it on my fingers and I touch something on the outside here, it's gonna stain it. It's gonna, you know, make a big old poofy mark on it. I am going to use my small squeegee. Kind of hard to see this, isn't it? Hopefully when it's the black ink's on it. Never have to stir the ink. It's always a perfect consistency. I always dip it in way too much. I always seem to do that. And I need to be careful because I don't want to go outside the screen here. And with ink, you have a lot more play time because it doesn't dry as fast, so you don't have to do that peeling up like you do with chalk. You can just take your time. Don't press too hard, just let it seep into the silk screen itself. if you press too hard, you might cause it to bleed up underneath. It'll soak into the fabric and then kind of go up underneath. So you just want to do a little at a time. Take your time at it. So, if anybody has never heard of Chalk Couture, and this is going to be your first time catching this, go ahead and put a number 1 in the comments. Even if you don't see the little red live button, I will get notification if you send me a message through there or on here. All my information is above the description of the video. If you have never seen this, but you're interested in learning more about it, put a 1 and then put send me info, and I will get a hold of you, and then I will send you the information on it. That's it. I will send you the information. I'm not going to hound you. I'm not going to continue to email you or message you and bug you. It's up to you. I'm not here to pressure anybody into doing anything they don't want to do. If you want to you like this and you want to try it, but you're not sure yet, then we have the subscription box, which is $19.99 a month. You get a transfer, an original transfer, only you get as a member of the subscription box. No other person, nobody else can go online and just order it. They have to be a member. And then, of course, designers get the same one too. So, and then maybe if that's not it, we have chalk boxes, which are, it comes with a paste, a squeegee, the board, the transfer, everything to make a complete project. Okay, but that's just a one-time thing, and it's just the one transfer. But after that, you can go on my website and you can order anything. You can order any transfer that's on there. I have a catalog, but the catalog just has like the newer stuff in it. The website, we have so many more transfers that are on there that are not even in the catalog. So that's your best bet, is to go onto my website, take a look. And then I also do, for anybody that's local, and I'm in around the Salem area, anybody that's local, I do make and take parties, kind of like the paint pinwar thingies. My transfer is kind of bubbled up here. Hold on. So you can have one of those, and we can invite friends or family and have a fun chalk or ink night. And that bump right there. Hold on. There we go. There we go. The B here had was like lifted in the center, so they didn't want it to bleed through. So again, I have a lot of play time with the ink because I can take my time and readjust things if I need to. And you also, before you take it off, you want to make sure sometimes it'll look like it's covered, and you'll see there'll be like a spot that didn't quite get enough ink in it. So if you can see your orange shirt through there, then you need to put more ink on there. So anyway, make and takes, we can do those. And this is also kid friendly for those that you don't know. The chalk is non-toxic, it's water soluble, it's perfect for kids to use too. My kids are adult children; they're adult men, but I have a lot of designers that have smaller children that they can do this too. I mean, yeah, you kind of, depending on the age of the child, you'll have to help. I'm gonna close my ink up here because I've been known to get my project in it because I didn't take the time to close up the ink. Okay. I have my water bath over here on the counter. So anyway, yeah, it's kid friendly. So you can, younger kids, you'll have to help put the transfer down, but you can put the ink or not the ink. I wouldn't do ink with kids, but not younger kids anyway. Put the transfer down and then get the squeegee with some paste, and then they could just swipe it across just like anybody. So. So I am going to peel it. I'm going to peel it towards. Well, not going to say towards me because I'm going to go straight up, but. I am going to stand up here. Ink on my fingers, awesome. Okay. I am going to put this in the water because it's ink. If I leave the ink on here, it will dry in the silk screen and it will ruin it. If it was chalk, I could just let it sit there until I was done because the chalk is water soluble and it'll just come right out. Ink is permanent. I just noticed that my shirt on here looks yellowy. It's actually a dark, it's an actual true orange. But, there we go, get that. And I forgot my blow dryer tonight because I wasn't planning on doing this till the last minute. No. Double, toil and trouble, fire burns, and cauldron bubble. There, you can kind of get I think it's the light that I got shining on it. So, I really want to put some bubbles on here too, so I am going to go get my blow dryer. Sorry. Hold, please. Hold. Talks among yourself. Yes, I'm trying to quiet it, but you know how that works. Oh well, I just woke my husband up. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Put that there. Plug this in. Okay. I just want to get some of this tackiness off of the sofa when I put the bubbles down. When I put the transfer with the bubbles down, it doesn't pull up on the ink. If you could share this video to, hi, there you go. You're not going to get anything. Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. What?
Why is the TV on with no sound?
Because I don't want the sound on while I'm doing a live. So I muted it. Some bubbles there. Oops. Okay, now that he's back in bed, if I could get you to share this video to your social media, you could. Doesn't have to be live to share. You can share it anytime. I would love it. I would love it if you could share this because you may not be totally interested. You may be fun watching it, but you're not really. It's not your jam. But you don't know when you share it with somebody there, they might be looking for something that's interesting or fun to do or something that's going to help them make money or even just a hobby. So, and then if you share it and they see this, they can be, get in on this too. So that would be great. I would so appreciate it. The more shares I get, the more we can start playing games. We can play the dice game, which is going to be, as soon as I start getting more viewers and we start getting more shares, it's called Chalk and Roll, and that'll be where I'll say pick a number between 1 and 6, and throughout the video, you can pick that number, and then at the end of the video, I'll roll the dice, and then whatever number that is, I'll go through, and those people that pick that number will go into a jar for a drawing of something that I've made, or maybe, and even if they want, they can. I'll give them, just different things. I might give them so much money off of, a transfer, or something like that. Okay. Okay, and then maybe one more. I used almost all of them. Then maybe one more at the bottom here. So, oops. Oh, Victoria. Okay. Now that I close my ink and put it all the way over there. Okay, let's start with a new. I'm going to use a smaller one. I'm going to use my mini squeegee. So this is night 2 of 30 Days of Live. Like I said, I had originally planned on talking about the Club Couture, but I really want to wait till till the transfer gets here, and then we can talk about it while I'm actually doing the transfer. You can see how it looks. And it should be here within the next few days, so maybe by Friday we can get it done. Do these at the top. So once these are done, once you do a shirt with the ink, I'm going to let this sit. Normally I would let this sit. I'm going to let it sit. I will let it sit for 24 hours. I was going to cheat the system and iron it tonight. And you can do that. Don't get me wrong. You can iron it tonight, but I usually let them sit for 24 hours. That gives it time to air dry, mostly, almost completely dry. Then this is permanent. It will fade as you wash it unless you heat set it. To heat set it, if you have a heat press, like a Cricut heat press, I'm getting this everywhere. If you have a Cricut heat press, you can set it at 350, and I think it's like 30 seconds. So what you're going to do is I'm going to wash my hands. I got ink everywhere again. So you're going to put parchment paper. You're going to put parchment paper over the top of it. And you're going to do that. So the heat press you would do 350. I didn't quite get that bubble all the way, but that's okay. You're going to do 350 for 30 seconds. And then you're going to do it in sections, obviously, because it's not going to cover the whole thing. Okay, and then turn it inside out, do the same thing with the parchment paper over it. And then an iron, if you're just using a regular heating iron, you could set it to medium heat or whatever your fabric calls for, and it's 4 minutes per side, so you'd have to do 4 minutes per section. I don't normally do the inside I haven't done the inside in a long time, and I have not had a problem with it, so I'm just telling you that they suggest that you do that, so I want you to be aware that, to do that. Like I said, I haven't done it in a very long time. And I haven't had a problem with it. I have not had a problem with any of my stuff fading, cracking, or anything, so... So there you go. Now I got bubbles. Can you see the bubbles? You probably can't see the bubbles. There. Got the bubbles all down through it. I love how this turned out. I am so happy with it. I waited so long to get it done, and now I can't wait to wear it. That's why I was thinking about cheating. But I have my other Halloween shirts that I can wear, and then I'll just heat set this tomorrow morning probably. I know that's not 24 hours, is it? I know, I'm bad. I'm really bad. But anyway, it's the fact that is that I don't have a heat press yet, so I have to iron, and getting that ironing board out is a pain. So I try to wait and have all my stuff to iron, and then I do all that stuff like in one day. I really need to get a heat press. I was going to go do that tonight, and I didn't. Because, let me tell you, 4 minutes on each side and each section, as opposed to 30 seconds, that's a lot. That's a lot. So, anyway, I'm rambling again. I love to ramble. You know me. Thank you for watching the replay. Thank you for watching the live. If you have any questions, message me. My webpage is up there. You can order to check out the chalk boxes, to check out the Becoming a Designer. becoming a designer, when you sign up to be, you do have to become an independent designer, but that doesn't mean you have to build a team. That doesn't mean you have to do, you do all that stuff. If you want to just do it as a hobbyist, you can. That's going to be another live that I'm going to do, is I'm going to go over the different things that you can do. You do have to pay the $19.99 a month, even if you're not going to be a designer, because that covers your website and that covers the B-size transfer that they send you every month, which is the same transfer that the Club Couture gets. And you get your website. And that's where you can order all your stuff in the back office for 40% off. And so, yeah. Again, like I said it in many of my videos, I started out as a hobbyist. I started out because this was cool. I didn't even see the ink part of it. All I saw was the chalk part. I loved it. I fell in love with it. It took me 4 months to make that decision, but 4 months wasn't because I wasn't sure I wanted to do it. 4 months was because we were going to Hawaii, and then Christmas came, and it's like, those were expenses that I had to wait till. So I literally had to force myself to wait. So January 4th of this year, I ordered my kit. I got in, ordered my kit. It finally came, and it sat on the floor for a week. I didn't even open it. Right? Oh my God, what was wrong with me? I opened it up, sat down, and I did my first project, and I have been hooked ever since. So I started making different things, mostly chalk, because I wasn't really comfortable with ink at that time. So I started making stuff, and I started showing them online. Oh, look what I made today. And then I got people saying, "Oh, that's really cute," and they were interested and they wanted to buy it or have me make them stuff. And then I started doing custom signing, and that's been my biggest thing, is doing custom signs for people. I really want a sign, or and I mean big signs, as like you put out on your porch out there, or small signs to hang up in their office or their kitchen. So they're all different kinds of signs. But that's my main thing I do signing. Then I started doing inks, and inks took me a while because they bled. I didn't quite know how to do them right and make them look good. But I have, watching other people, but also trial and error, knowing not to use the big squeegees, and knowing to go slowly and not be in a rush to get it done, and making sure it's down. And so, yeah. So the only thing I seen that it was wrong here is when I pulled this up, I don't think I quite got it down. Or that, I'll have to look at the transfer. It might be a distressed area. Who knows? It might have been supposed to be like that. I do love the way this turned out. If you love the way it turned out and you would want to do something like this, and you're thinking, wow, that's pretty darn cool, I can make my own shirts. I don't have to buy the expensive ones anymore. I can just buy a cheap t-shirt, throw some ink on it, and call it good. Then check it out up there. Send me a message. I'll send you some more information about it. And again, just because you ask for information doesn't mean I'm going to hound you and keep messaging you and pressuring you into anything. That's not who I am. That's not what I do. Okay? Thank you guys. Be kind to one another. Have a great night.